For calibration purposes, the sensors should be warmed up. This is why we recommend starting up the Testo 350 20 minutes beforehand. You should also make sure that the surrounding air is free from contamination, as the sensors are zeroed during calibration. I begin and set the application, in this case customized, and select the fuel test gas. The zeroing now takes place in the background. I start the program. After I finish the measurement, I select Sensor Settings and Calibration Adjustment in the main menu and select the components we want to adjust, in this case CO. Under Nominal Value, we enter the CO concentration in the test gas, in this case 300 parts per million, and press Start. I apply the calibration gas to the probe tip without pressure. Alternatively, a service adapter can be used. We now wait until the measurement value has stabilized. This is different from component to component. As a rule, it takes around 3 minutes, but it can take longer. When the actual value has stabilized, in our case after 3 minutes, we confirm the application of the calibration with adjustment. The measurement values are taken over and we exit the menu with Finish. In this case, we see today's date and the sensor is readjusted. In order to create a new customer and a measurement location, I select the menu Folder. Add a new folder, name it after my customer, in this case 123, and confirm. Here I can enter the contact partner and other details. I now add a measurement location to the customer, in this case 567. Here I enter the application and the fuel. For the flue gas volume, here I have the option of entering the flue gas profile. Once I've carried out these changes, I confirm with Finish and the customer and measurement. I use an open-end wrench to loosen the screw ring on the probe handle anti-clockwise. The flue gas ducts in the probe shaft and the probe handle can be cleaned out using compressed air. External cleaning is done with a cloth. Brushes should not be used. I can clean the sinter filter with a wire brush. To clean completely, I can use an ultrasound bath or denture cleaners. I then replace the probe shaft on the probe handle and screw the ring hand tight in clockwise direction with an open-end wrench. Before I can replace the sensors, I have to switch off the analyzer box and disconnect it from the power grid. I open the sensor compartment cover on the rear of the instrument. In order to remove the sensor, I have to release the clip over the sensor and remove it from its fittings. I disconnect both hoses on the left and right of the sensor and remove the sensor. I then insert the new sensor into the slot and connect the sensor to the hoses. After this, I click the clip back into place. I insert a slot bridge for slots which are not equipped with a sensor. Finally, I replace and close the sensor compartment cover. After replacing the sensor, a new measurement can be carried out immediately without adjusting the sensors with test gas, as the sensors are calibrated ex works. The rechargeable battery in the control unit can only be changed by Testo customer service. Before I can replace the battery in the analyzer box, I have to switch off the analyzer box and disconnect it from the power grid. I open the service cover on the rear of the instrument. I remove the battery from the battery compartment and disconnect it. I then connect the new rechargeable battery. Now I insert the battery. Here I have to make sure that the wires are not crushed or bent. I finally replace the service cover and close it. The dirt filters in the analyzer box should be regularly checked for dirt. A visual check in the sight window is enough. If there is dirt visible, the filters must be replaced. To open the filter chamber, I turn the filter cover anti-clockwise, remove the dirt filter and replace it with a new filter. I then lock the filter cover again. Before I start the measurement, I check whether the correct measurement location is activated. This is shown at the top of the display. To start the measurement, I proceed as follows. In the main menu Applications, I select the desired application, in this case a burner. The zeroing phase then begins in the background. I now select the fuel. Depending on the country version, a list of fuels is stored, and other additional fuels can be configured customer specifically. In this case, I select the fuel natural gas. After selecting the measurement type, I start the measurement. The measurement data can be saved during the measurement or at the end. There is also the option of printing out the measurement data. You can use either the Testo Bluetooth printer or the Testo infrared printer, as in this example. The measurement values are printed out via Options and Print. You must make certain that the control unit has direct sight contact to the infrared printer. The tightness test should be carried out regularly in order to ensure that the sampled flue gas is not diluted by the surrounding air, which would falsify the measurement. Before I begin with the gas path test, I connect the flue gas probe to the analyzer box. In the main menu, I select the sub-menu Instrument Diagnosis and then Gas Path Check. The pump flow is shown in the display. I now place the plastic cap on the flue gas probe tip so that the opening is completely covered. When the traffic light shows green, all gas paths are tight. If the traffic light shows red, the gas paths are not tight and must be tested. Since the condensate consists of a weak acidic mixture, contact with the skin should be strictly avoided. The condensate trap should not be emptied when the measurement gas pump is running. To empty the condensate trap, I release the orange lock on the underside and pull it away from the analyzer box horizontally. I then open the emptying plug and pour the condensate into a container. I dab off any remaining drops with a cloth. I now replace the condensate trap into the analyzer box. First of all, I connect the power cable to the Testo 350. The control unit can be connected either using the data bus cable, the wireless Bluetooth interface or the contact bar. I now switch on the Testo 350. In order to make the data bus connection, I connect the analyzer box to the control unit. The analyzer box and the control unit can optionally be connected via Bluetooth. To do this, I first switch on Bluetooth on the analyzer box. I then switch on Bluetooth on the control unit. I can then remove the control unit from the analyzer box and the wireless connection is automatically activated. I remove the probe shaft by pressing the probe release. I can then remove the probe. For probe shafts with a pre-filter, this must be unscrewed. The flue gas ducts in the probe shaft and the probe handle can be cleaned out using compressed air. External cleaning is done with a cloth. Brushes should not be used. In order to exchange the particle filter, I open the filter chamber by turning slightly anti-clockwise. I remove the filter disc and replace it with a new one. I finally replace the filter chamber and close it. I can clean the sinter filter with a wire brush. To clean completely, I can use an ultrasound bath or denture cleaners. To reassemble the probe securely, the probe shaft must fully engage onto the probe handle.